guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Welcome back to the channel. This is my 2-year review. 41,000 miles, over 41,000 miles in 2 years. Driving this 2024 BMW i4 M50. The ultimate daily driver, if you ask me. The ultimate daily driver. And it's been nothing but pure fun for 2 years. I mean, I took a massive bath. Ouch! A massive bath in depreciation, right? I mean, this car cost roughly around 78,000, brand new. I don't know what it's worth now. 2 years later, it's probably worth around 40, between 40 and 50,000. Probably worth between 40 and 50,000. I'm just taking a wild guess. I mean, in fairness, the M50 being the highest trim, of the BMW i4 series should hold its value a little bit more, just a teeny weeny bit more. But I mean, you're still gonna take a hit. Why? Because it's an EV, right? An EV is gonna take a hit, and obviously due to the fact that technology-wise, it's always gonna be in improvements. It's always gonna be improvements, right? In this type of vehicle that still has a lot of room for perfection, right? And you don't have to look too far other than the recent announcement and reveal of the new i3X. I hope I said that right. i3X50 that was just recently released. And, obviously, like almost 400 mile range. Woo, nice. Almost 400 mile. I mean, I'd love to have that close to 400 mile range. If I had that in this car, I would be just so happy. I'm not saying that I'm not happy, but I mean, I'd be much, happier. Their, charging speed is like over 200 miles of range that you can add in like 10 minutes. I mean, wicked nice. So that is why, right? I mean, you can see already why. If I was looking to improve, right? Imagine this i4 with that type of spec. I would definitely be already thinking about the possibilities of in improvement, in improving, or rather of making a change, right? And that's why the value dips. Not necessarily that I'm going to make a change, because I'm not planning to change this car anytime soon. I mean, it costs a lot. I'm not going to take that massive hit after 2 or 3 years. That's why I actually bought this car, and I didn't lease it. So, but what I'm saying is, it makes sense why EVs depreciate more and faster than regular ICE cars, for the simple fact that technology always it's always a bit of a moving target. And so, but that being said, again, there's nothing else. The only issue, the only problem that I've had in this car in 2 years, right, that repair that actually needs to be done, that needed to be done, is the reverse sensor. So like when you put the car in reverse, then the camera comes on. Normally, as you get close to an object, it's supposed to beep. Now that my own doesn't beep anymore. In fact, it's going to give me the car gives me a message that my rear sensors no longer work. So that's a bit of a concern. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that I can see in the camera that I'm getting close to an object, right? But it's still nice to have that beep, 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 okay, I'm close enough, right? I don't have that anymore, so I kind of have to give it use my the old school way and just play it safe. So that's the only issue. Now I took the car into BMW in connection with my annual inspection, right? My annual inspection, and part of what I asked them to look at was to look into repairing the sensor, and I presume that it should be covered under warranty. I mean, this car came with a 4-year 48,000 miles. So even though it's only 2 years and I'm at 41,000, I'm still within the warranty period. So, but BMW, for whatever reason, they even wanted to charge me to diagnose the issue, which pretty much tells me that they're planning to charge me to actually fix it. And so when they jacked up my car and raised my car, the technician looked under my car and mentioned that there was some kind of damage in my rear bumper or under my rear bumper. I looked under it. I haven't seen any damage. So I plan to call them and find out, okay, is this covered or is it not covered? Because it doesn't really make any sense that I'll spend almost $80,000 and 2 years later I get this message that hey, wipe your sensors, it's dirty, wipe it, and so so that it can work. And only to find out that after washing the car and wiping the car and wiping the sensors, is still not working. So that's the only issue that I had. That's the only issue. As part of the inspection, in order for my car to pass inspection as expected, I needed tires. I needed tires, but thankfully I didn't need 4 tires because I thought I was going to need 4. But I only needed 2. I only needed to replace the rear 2 tires. They had thread, but the inside of the tires were basically worn down to some wires. Some wires are beginning on the inside, like you'd have to look to lift up the car and look on the inside. And that, of the wires, I honestly did not notice it. I didn't catch that. The front tires are worn down to 5, is it 5-inch thread or whatever, 5. It's down to 5 out of 10. So that's still good. And so, I still have the original front tires that came when I bought the car 2 years ago. Battery degradation is fairly pretty much the same as of last year. It's minor. As I mentioned, it's minor. Obviously, we're still in the summer or at the tail end of the summer. So I really haven't had any need to even use outside charging. Right? I've rarely had any need to use any outside charging. I haven't gone on any quote-unquote long road trip. I've been pretty much using it for commutes, and my daily commute on any given day is no more than like 180 miles round trip max. So I mean, it's well, within range in terms of, the amount of usable range that this car still has. So I don't have any issue with that. Now, my 2-year free charging has expired at Electrify America. So that's pretty much gone. But to be honest with you, I didn't really use it as much as I thought I was going to need it, and So I've been charging about 95% of my charging has been at home. So like, I mean, I haven't had any issues, in terms of charging at home, in terms of even when I use EA to charge outside home. I've had no issues, zero problems in terms of charging. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, then the other issue was brake fluid flush. So I believe, I guess, part of the 2-year BMW service was to perform a brake fluid flush. So they did that as well. The total amount that I spent at BMW to inspect my car, to perform the flush, and maybe one or two other things that they just throw in for fun. Obviously, they also need to do an alignment, right after installing the 2 new tires. Everything added up to like $1,700. It added up to $1,700, but I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I've had to spend for now. In 2 years, I believe last year I only spent about like less than $100 at BMW to do the annual state inspection. So this year I spent $1,700. And that's pretty much it. Otherwise, I haven't had any other issues with the car. I mean, it's, I've been getting the OTA updates with no issues. Literally nothing has been worry-free. I mean, I have to, the only thing I would like is a little more range. If I just had a little more range, it would be perfect. The car, obviously, as you know, is fast enough. It's too fast. It's more than fast enough. I don't really need any more speed. That's just, I have too much speed. It's a perfect daily driver for me, and that's all I have to say. How do you guys feel now? If as I mentioned in the last video, if I had to do it all over again due to what I mentioned at first, I mean, I took a bath on the the depreciation. If I had to do it all over again, I would look into buying a fairly used version of this car, right? So, like, for instance, in the future, when the new version of this car is revealed, I would preferably not buy it brand new. I mean, I cannot lease. A lease does not work for me because, as you see, I mean, I drive a lot of miles. I really should be driving a lot more than 21,000 miles a year. That's the reality. I actually do drive a lot more than that. So I have other cars that I also drive as well. So I cannot lease this car, but I mean, I have to buy it. So when the new version comes out, I may have to wait for like 1 or 2 years to see if I can get it on a used deal and save at least 10 or 20,000 depreciation costs. Then I mean, that'll be better than me throwing 20K in the trash can. Otherwise, it's all good, it's all lovely. That's how I feel. How do you all feel? Please like this video, share this video, and leave your comments below. Take care. God bless you guys.